We made it to 100 days sober, 3 full months. It's been an unbelievable achievement. We've both done it together. This was a long time coming, and it's already almost February 2020, and we are still sober and just hitting it out of the ballpark. So it's kind of an appropriate day to say the following as well, of how precious life is, that it could be gone in a heart flash. We both wish to send our condolences to Kobe Bryant's family. Sobriety has been nothing but a gift for the both of us, and it's our first video on camera. We're both talking about it.
Honestly, for me, not drinking is really no big deal. I've done it before for like a week, and if I say on Saturday I don't think I'm going to drink for a week, then I don't drink for a week. I don't like crave or anything. I never did. My father was an alcoholic, so I was in fear of becoming an alcoholic. Alcohol can be tasty and makes you really have no inhibitions. So I think that's why a lot of people drink it, to get up and dance and blah, blah, blah. But we don't feel that at this point.
Yeah, we've still been able to go out and have
a
fun.
good time with other couples and friends, and then not feeling like they're drinking, so I think we need to have a drink. And there's so many alternatives out there with the non-alcoholic beers that like mock cocktails that we love to have, or just water or ginger beer. We enjoy it all.
Yeah, the longer we do it, the more reference points we have to experiences of, hey, that was a fun Friday and Saturday night without any alcohol. Yesterday was a great example. It was Saturday and we went to a movie. We went out to dinner. We have...
Well, our thing is going to find coffee houses, gourmet coffee shops. So we went to one of our favorite gourmet coffee shops, which is Fairground. They finally opened up where we live. So we go there regularly.
Yeah,
enjoy our lattes.
I've said in previous videos, you have to replace where alcohol was in your life. You have to find certain replacements.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be caffeine, because that's
true.
Not also a good thing, because it can create a lot of issues in your colon as well. But, everything's in moderation, right?
Yeah, I mean, the coffee shop we're going to has a certain social outlet. There's actually swings, and you can sit at the bar and have a latte, and it's actually always busy.
And cool, vibey music.
We've really begun enjoying some desserts here and there as well.
which I don't know if that's a good thing, because, oh my, we never really got into the desserts that much before, but now we really do, and that's something we need to step back and not do so much.
And one of the things we constantly say to each other is it's been far easier than either one of us expected, especially once you got past a month, that it's no longer top of mind. It's not even thinking about it. You say you rarely even think about it.
Well, the thing is, when we were drinking, and I'm not saying I was a drinker, because I don't think I was a drinker. Was I a drinker? No. I liked a couple glasses of wine, but then when you got to the third glass, it's like, why are you having the third glass? Or after 2 glasses of margaritas, why would you even ask for a third glass of margarita when it's like, I don't know, it just gets to a point that it's like, I don't get why I'm doing it. Because not that I really got hangovers or anything like that, but it just didn't make any sense to I guess, move on into the third. It's just, you're doing it just to do it, because why?
Yeah, you're not even thinking about it. You're just doing it, and it becomes second nature to have a second or third or even a fourth, because your inhibitions are now gone. You're not thinking about it. You're just in the moment, and your friends are around you, and they're having extra drinks. They may even have a shot or a mixed drink with wine, and next thing you know it, you're drunk.
And then you get in your car and drive, which is stupid. People still do that, even though there's Uber and Lyfts out there. So hello, don't do that.
Yeah, we actually followed a driver into our garage a few weeks ago. That was pretty tragic.
Yeah.
We don't even know how they got home safe.
I mean, you should see how they park. Okay, they're supposed to be parking like this, but they said, shh, and they just abandoned ship.
Yeah, we followed them all the way home.
Literally,
home, and
didn't even know it.
Coincidentally, they lived in the same place we live, area. Yeah. But I thought I'd wear this shirt today to make this video, because I never thought that I could achieve what I am achieving. I'm just going to speak for myself right now, that I am 100 days sober, and I haven't been 100 days sober since maybe I was 14 or 15 years old before I started drinking. I started drinking around 17 years old. This was something I put off for many months, many years, even in our relationship. We had talked about it. It only created problems. It never created opportunities. It often led to arguments. It often led to hangovers and problems in a relationship. Because as you get older, you just can't metabolize alcohol, and that's certainly true for me. So I have achieved the unthinkable because I went for it. I desired it. I put aside all fear, and that was the main thing, fear and uncertainty, and not wanting to disappoint myself and disappoint you. That if I go sober, well, how long am I doing? Am I just doing this for a month? Like right now, we just met a bunch of people that are dry January. Back in October, it was sober October. And these people, often many of them are just going to celebrate at the end of the month and start drinking again. And they're probably going to binge drink at some point at the end of that month because they're going to be so excited to drink again.
But that's something that you said that would it be in your mind if you did dry January? Oh, let's celebrate with a drink.
Oh yeah, I would. Back in the day, I would do nothing but celebrate at the end of that month because I think I've achieved some great. Or you try to sell this idea to yourself that you can control it, you know. And that's often the theme if you read about alcoholism or alcohol addiction is people, once they realize that they can't control themselves, and that's a breaking point, you know, they've reached rock bottom. So for me, 15 years ago was similar where I couldn't even run 1 or 2 miles without feeling like I'm going to pass out. And then I went and ran my first marathon. And you and I, years later, ran this marathon together. You ran your first marathon.
Twin Cities Marathon 2016.
And we both have achieved the unthinkable. That concept of, oh, I can't do that. Well, you can if you just put your mind to it and you have a strong conviction, you stick to it, and you set goals, and you work every day to achieve those goals. So for me personally, every single day, I am celebrating sobriety. I am reminding myself what I have achieved, what I'm going to achieve, and the goal is to continue to not drink.
Yeah, okay. So I don't think about it at all, about not having a drink, because I don't think that was an issue of mine. A long time ago, when I was like, I think 21 or 22, I did stop drinking for a year, and that's only because I had alcohol poisoning, and it was horrible. So I said to myself, I'm done drinking. And then after a year, you know, I went back drinking. So I think that's what people do. It's like when a woman gets pregnant and you're really not supposed to drink for the 9 months, and then it's like, or you're like, or they're a smoker and they're pregnant and then they don't smoke, and then they, right after they have the baby, they start smoking, or then they start drinking. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. That's that's the opportunity to get your life all healthy and feeling good about yourself. Now, the one thing I have to say, which I had no idea, that when we're talking about the Twin Cities Marathon, months before I had injured my knee and went to physical therapist. I thought it was fine. I was able to run 16 miles prior, like the week before the marathon. I started the marathon with Chad. Second mile in, I felt my knee, and I looked at him. Wow. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was so upset. It was really emotional. He was emotional about it. He stuck with me for 10 miles. I tell him to go on and finish it. I'm going to do this. I literally forced myself out of anger and frustration, and because I was training for all that time and didn't want to waste that training, I was determined to finish. Even though I came in last, I finished that marathon at 24 miles. I was in pain, dragging myself. That was definitely determination for me. So after that, fear came on that I shouldn't do anything with my knee. I did surgery. I feel really great. I suggest that if you ever have a meniscus tear. But having said that, not drinking alcohol, now when I'm running, when I used to run, my knee would blow up. It would have complete fluid in there and I would be in pain like all the time. So now I have no drinking, had no idea that it causes inflammation in your joints.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So a reason why I'm not really drinking, plus to support my husband, because I think it's just the thing to do. It's definitely for health reasons, physical reasons, for myself. For me, it was my injury to my knee that I feel so much better now. I didn't really have the stomach issues and everything that Chad had. I just had other issues. So, and I feel really good about that. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, you bring up the top 2 or 3 most important point of quitting drinking is all the health benefits, and that could be in 3-hour discussion. Alcohol is a toxin, and as you get older, it has just a more and more drastic effect on every part of your body, from every organ to inflammation to your gut to your brain to your digestion system to, for me, for my back. My chiropractor told me years ago that, you know, if you did quit drinking, it will help your back, and I didn't believe him, and he was right. We're seeing so many health benefits. It's just, one of the things I said the other day, which has been really profound, is like back in the day when I would have a bad night's sleep, I'd just be a real wreck the next day. And,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, literally ruining the whole next day of whatever we planned. It was really not a good situation. Trust me, I was not happy. I mean, talking about having the evil dagger eye, I had that.
Whereas now, I can have like a bad night's sleep for whatever reason. You know, maybe the cats woke me up, or you woke me up, or whatever it might be, you know. And I still can function the next day. I'm still able to function well on 5 or 6 hours of sleep. Whereas back in the day, 5 or 6 hours is just
let's not talk about traveling.
Yeah.
Traveling with Chad is a whole other thing when he was drinking.
Yeah.
It was not fun.
Well, I think so many people, they think vacations is the time to just really let loose. You know, you're an all-inclusive resort and endless alcohol and drinks, and it's time to indulge. And I certainly paid the price for that, and you did too.
Well, not even vacations. Yeah, certain vacations. Most of vacation is not all inclusive, so it's just a matter of like, in moderation, if you're going to drink, and drink some water along with it, get a good night's sleep, and start on the next day. And don't disappoint your mate when you're traveling with them, because it's really unfun. Then it causes a fight, and then you're like, if you're really to shut down that vacation and go on home, or not even travel with that person again. So it was a great thing that Chad discovered that, you know what, let me just try to stop drinking alcohol and see how it works for me.
Yeah, I had a lot of uncertainty. This was in October of 2019. October 20th was my last drink, and your last drink. And when we went to the doctors with him was the... Yeah, I went to a gastroenterologist, and he said, quote, "Why don't you try stop drinking and see how your stomach feels?"
And the reason why you brought that up is because Chad kept saying, well, when I'm drinking, my stomach feels like that. And then it seems to wrap around the drinking. And I'm looking at the doctor like, that's the drinking. it's really that. It's nothing. Even if he went, and what did he want you to do? Get a colonoscopy.
Oh yeah, he wanted to do the endoscopy down
and
my
it's like
stomach.
going, we're looking at each other like, we pretty much know what it is, but like I think Chad needed to kind of hear something from him.
Yeah, to hear it from a doctor.
And the doctor's literally saying, just give it a chance. So
Yeah.
Chad was open enough to give it a chance, and let me tell you, our relationship is so much better.
Okay.
And I thank him for that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of videos on Kimach 7, and we have separate YouTube channels. We're going to put this video on both channels. So if you want to learn more about my journey, and you're in part of the other videos too, it's on Kimach 7. That's my channel.
And mine is Carmen Wrestling with Life.
Yeah, Carmen Wrestling with Life.
It's my channel.
Which is different themed videos and all.
Traveling and all that stuff. But yeah. Being raised in a family with someone that's an alcoholic, that's me, my side, my father, it was definitely... Here's the thing. When I met Chad, I kind of knew that something was up with him drinking-wise. But the thing with Chad, which then I thought, because I thought, I don't want to be with an alcoholic because my dad, he was like a violent man. It's a whole other story. And I didn't want to be a part of that kind of relationship. But Chad never His personality never changed. He's remained the same. If anyone changed, it was me. I was like, ah! And he's like right here. He was just
You're saying when I drank, I was the same person.
Same person. Whether he drank or he didn't drink, he was like the same personality. And I was like, I don't know, who has the same personality? Because I sure don't. I can get like up here. I have so many things can hit me, and I can become really moody and stuff. That's something that was a challenge, I think, for him. But
and I always tell you because I have a tolerance. That's what I would say over and over to you.
Tolerance of drinking, or
yeah.
Tolerance of me?
Of drinking, that I had such a high tolerance that you could see me drink 2-3 beers and I'm just the same person.
Yeah, I don't know if high tolerance would be the thing, because I can drink and have literally no issues of like headaches or like feeling. I can keep going on with a lot of energy the next day. I'm not beat down like he the next day. He was beat down the next day, and I was like, come on, let's go. I'm like, I still have my energy. But anyways, I haven't said that.
Yeah.
Just want to throw that in there.
So what I was just saying earlier about my other videos, we've done this all by ourselves. We're not in AA. We have not consulting with any doctors or anything. We're not talking to anybody. Just doing this ourselves, and we eliminated any alcohol from the house. We have a lot of mocktails now, non-alcoholic beer, and
running. We're going to the gym.
Yeah,
tennis.
We've really gotten into a routine and a habit of not drinking, which is a hugely important thing to emphasize here. You're watching this video. The title of the video is 100 Days Sober. Give it a chance. Take a break. Try something new and see if you like it. You know, I'm preaching this because I feel so much better on numerous different levels, and I didn't know that it was as easily attainable as I thought it would be. That it was as simple as saying, from here on out, no more. I stop. I'm done. Simple as that. This was, if you break it down and think of it as not so complicated, that you can do it, then you may be more inclined to give it a chance. Now I know there's different levels of alcoholism. So
yeah, okay, that's what I was gonna say.
They have to go to rehab.
Yeah,
I was probably a very low level alcoholic.
I mean, he switched down to Busch Light, which is literally like water. But then because it was like water, he'd pop open a can. He'd pop open another can.
Yeah.
He'd pop open another can. And it's like, oh, whoa, what are you doing? Why don't you just drink one strong beer and just be done with it? At least that's what I thought. I mean, I guess I watch everything and I see it all. So I wonder in my mind, what's he doing?
But I think what's really surprising to me is that we've both fallen into this habit of not drinking. And like you said earlier, we're not thinking about it. We're not talking.
Even when I'm with my girlfriends, it's a girls' night out. They're like ordering wine and everything, and they go, "You're still not drinking?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't need to. It's fine. I'm fine." Although, you know what? When somebody pours a bottle of red wine into a glass, and you see that red wine, I was like, "Well, oh, so good." But then I'm like, "Yeah, no." I'm like, "That looks pretty, but no."
Yeah, people talk about triggers, and I'm always thinking about that, and that's kind of a trigger. Is okay? Can we be in these environments and still control ourselves? And the answer is yes. That these triggers are not enough to either one of us to relapse. Like, in a number of the restaurants that we go to, we still sit at the bar. We eat dinner at the bar, and everyone around us is drinking. And many of the places we go to do not have non-alcoholic beer. They don't have mocktails on their drink menu. So we end up getting
ginger beer, water.
Ginger beer, water, Diet Coke with a lime, something that's bubbly, that is somewhat satisfying. A lot of the bars are making their own ginger ale now too, which is kind of cool. And we even met a bartender who's in his mid-20s, that's 7 months sober.
He lost a lot of weight. He feels so great about himself.
He's
so proud of us. He's like, "You guys are still doing it." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, we're still doing it because we feel great."
I don't miss the misery that accompanied all the drinking, and that one thing is what keeps me going.
And the thing is like, for me, it was like, I'm drinking the alcohol, but then it feels like, what was I saying about, like, I'm having say it's a vodka soda, I'm drinking a vodka soda, and then I drink another vodka soda. It just feels like, why am I drinking this vodka soda? It's not even doing anything, but like, and when I say not even doing anything for me, I don't even know what that means. It's like you're drinking the vodka soda because you feel like you need the vodka soda, but then I don't really feel like I need the vodka soda. I don't know. It was very confusing.
Well,
Like
you were used to it. You were in a routine
I think
too.
I kept saying to him, "It's like, well, this is not even strong." He goes, "I poured 2 shots in there." Well, then it's like, okay, well, it's not doing anything for me. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's not doing anything for me. So what am I doing? What am I doing? I need to drink a bottle? I mean, then it was like, oh, this is stupid.
Yeah, I think it's amazing how much the words habit and routine have such a tremendous effect on your daily life and the things that you do and the decisions you make. And only when you break a habit or break a routine and try something different can you find something that is new that brings you satisfaction and joy and something new in life. For some people it could be just joining the gym. For other people it could be quitting their job and starting a new job, or ending a relationship and starting another relationship. And on that note, I do want to say in public that it helps tremendously if you're already in a relationship for your spouse or your mate to join you on that sobriety journey. So I feel very blessed that Carmen has also joined me on this sobriety journey, because it was not part of the deal. At no point did I say to you, "Oh, you have to stop drinking." In fact,
No, I came home from church one Sunday, and it was just a good message in church. It wasn't saying don't drink alcohol. That was not the message. I don't even remember the message, but I came home to Chad and I go, "Yeah, I'm done drinking."
yeah,
I'm like, "I'm done drinking."
yeah, and I thought you meant
he's like, look at me like, what?
I thought you meant like this week.
No, I'm like going, I am done drinking, because I thought in my mind, what is the point? And then Chad's like, on board.
Oh yeah. We have learned to appreciate the peace and tranquility and just contentment with our lives, free of any alcohol. Free of the thrill that alcohol brings. I've always been asking myself, well, what did I get out of alcohol? I associated a thrill and a fun with drinking beers, either at home or out at a bar. Letting loose, relaxing. Well, there's a gazillion other ways to let loose and relax. And we just did that all yesterday. From the morning we woke up to when we went to bed. And yes, that included some exercise in there.
Oh yeah, we ran and it was snowing down. It was beautiful, and we went for a run. It was just.
So welcome to the Chad and Carmen podcast. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's our first dual vlog on this topic, so.
We could have, I could do a vlog on me growing up with an alcoholic father. And if anybody wants me to do that, I will. Because it was.
Did he ever try to stop drinking?
My father didn't think he had a problem. He wouldn't say he was an alcoholic at all. That's old school. So
He was just like.
My dad. We
no
never knew what personality was going to walk in the door after work. And matter of fact, he didn't even come home after work. That was another problem.
And then there was a point in our relationship where you started to associate some of those similar emotions, where you never knew how I'm going to feel the next day.
Oh, yeah,
which
that's
brought you
really
and
true.
me great anxiety.
Oh, yeah,
especially
that's so true.
on vacation or whatever.
Yeah, that's really true.
We joined a tennis club. We back to running together. I signed up for the Chicago Marathon. We've been doing different things together that we hadn't done, such as this.
I would love to join Chad on that Chicago Marathon, but I don't know if, I think once again, it's like my knee feels so good because of me not drinking, and there's no inflammation in there. I just don't know if I can. It's that fear of, am I going to damage the other knee, or like, is something going to happen with this knee? And but I did mention to Chad that we should do a half marathon or something like that, or a 10K or something like that. I would be willing to do that, even if I don't finish the finish line.
So we'll wrap it up here. We'll both give a motivational last statement here. Mine is very straightforward and simple. It's a regurgitation of what I said earlier, that if you're thinking of stopping drinking, don't try and do it for the short term. Don't try and just go for 1 month. Just stop drinking and get help if you need help, to someone to help you. It could be your spouse, it could be a coworker, it could be a brother, sister, husband, wife. professional, a doctor. I'm all for all of those. And give it a try and keep a diary and notes of how you feel. You know, from weeks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have that myself. I actually have a diary of how I.
Are you still doing that diary?
No, I stopped doing it
Stop
after a
doing
month
it.
because
It's so easy
it
to
was
stop.
nirvana. I reached nirvana. I mean, I feel great basically every single day. I don't have all that came with being a drinker. It's gone. It's gone from my life, and my intention is to never have it back in my life. And every day becomes easier and easier and easier. And I celebrate that every day. And that's my speech.
He does.
Just give it a shot.
He celebrates it every day. I don't celebrate it every day because it's not something I think about every day, but
Another thing
I
wanna
understand
say.
why.
I do want to say that.
That's good.
All right, that's my endless motivation speech. So you give an ending statement.
So jumping off of his, I decided to do an Instagram under Think Positive Vibes 2020. So you guys should jump on that. Have motivational.
Hashtag Think Positive Vibes 2020.
Yeah, you can hashtag that, and it's just all positive, motivational words of inspiration. So this, from what he said to what I'm giving you, just go on there every day. I'm having something motivational to say.
To a great 2020.